What's up, guys? Today is day 84 trying to make $1 million. I've been fighting for 84 days, guys. 84 days fighting, and I'm still here. I'm still fighting. Today is day 84 trying to make $1 million, guys. And there are only 282 days left to make $1 million. Let me show you real time counter on my profile, guys. Real time counter. There are only 9 months, 7 days, and 6 hours. 9 months, 7 days, and 6 hours to make $1 million. That's the time I have to make $1 million, guys. So today is a special day because I received this, guys. This amazing package. It's a mystery package. The mystery box. Mystery box. So we're going to open this mystery box together, and also, I really want to open this box. I really want to open this box. It's a mysterious package. The mystery box. Dun 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 dun. Okay, for today. What, bro? What is the plan? What is the plan to make $1 million in just 365 days? Right now, 282 days to make $1 million. And what's the plan, bro? I'm starting my running shoe brand. Big Way. And the next week, I will fly to Medellin to I will be looking for different stores, different factories that can help me with all the manufacturing process. And that's it. That's the plan for the next week. I keep posting content. Has been hard days. Um yeah, but today is interesting, a powerful day, an amazing day. Okay, I go live. I post a new short. Let me know if you like it. And for today, we're going to learn from one of the biggest. We're going to continue with the video of the previous week. Let me share a screen with you guys, but first of all, first of all, wait. I'm going to put the counter because, wait a minute. Okay, because we're 206 subscribers, guys. 206 subscribers. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We keep growing, guys. We keep growing, guys. Okay, I'm going to share a screen. Oh, bro, what's going on? Let me share screen with you guys. Okay, perfect. We're going to continue with this video. In the previous live, we learned something really important. Okay. We need associations. We need to associate our business, our personal brand with certain things, and with that we can reach the specific avatar we wanted or we want. If we want a specific avatar, the first thing we need to grow an audience. Probably not an audience, but if we have a business, imagine that we have a business, e-commerce business. We want to associate that business with certain things. Okay, so like what I'm doing right now in my personal brand. Okay, forget about the e-commerce business. I'm talking about my personal brand. I need to associate my brand. What's the goal of my brand? Be probably not one of the goals of my brand is to be a referent in my niche. So I need to make certain associations to be a referent in my niche, like reading this book. Why? Because Hormozi is a referent on business. So, or like Simon Swift. If I create videos speaking about this book, Simon Swift, What's Your Dream, or about 100 million offers, or any other book about business, people will associate my brand with business. That's what we need to do. So that was the first step. Ideal customer plus product branded for ideal customer. Perfect match. The pain. Wait a minute. Okay, but that's the point. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm reading this book. I am applying these books to my personal brand to grow my shoe brand, and I am applying all these concepts and people, and I create content about business. I go live and I create content about business. I create shorts, reels, speaking about business. Then people will associate my brand, my name, or with business, guys. So that was the first step. Right now, I'm going to open this package. In probably 10 minutes. 10 minutes I will open this package. I'm not sure. I really want to open this package. It's a mystery box. I don't know what's here. I don't know what I have in my hands. Can be anything. This package in 10 minutes. I will open the box. Let's learn. Okay, we're going to continue. I will to rewatch this part. Okay,
and I'll see you guys all.
What if instead of designing thumbnails, you could just paste your YouTube link into our AI and it would create scroll-stopping thumbnails for you? Clickly is the fastest way to create.
There. Thank you guys so much for your time.
So next, I want to talk about how I gained 7.8 million followers in just 40 months and the 6 key lessons that you can use today.
Let's rock. So you guys want to hear something?
Okay, wait. We need to understand some concepts. Branding is a deliberate painting of things through an outcome. Advertising is letting people know about your stuff. Branding is the what? Is the pairing that occurs as a result. Important. When you pair your business with determine. Ooh, okay. Wait, I get lost. What you pair your business with determines two key things. Who pays attention to your business first, and second, whether they go towards your business. The next important point is what it makes you money, because with it grow. Okay, what it makes you money? The pairing of willing change customer. The point of building a brand to change customer behavior in your favor when they see it with a product. Good branding also drives customer loyalty. Okay, important points. We're going to continue. Oh, okay.
Absolutely insane. Well, in the last 40 months, my YouTube grew from 0 to 2.23 million subscribers. My Instagram grew from 7,000 to 2.5 million subscribers, followers. You get the idea. My LinkedIn went from 0 to 324,000 followers. My TikTok went from 0 to 856,000 followers. My Twitter/X, the artist formerly known as Twitter, went from 0 to 617,000. My Facebook, which we just started, went from 0 to 25,000. There we go. Going in big, Facebook. My podcast went from 3,000 downloads to 25 million downloads. And my email subscribers went from 0 to 700,000 for a grand total of 2 billion impressions over that time period and 7.8 million new subscribers. And for a grand total of 1 million copies sold of my book. For those of you who are like, well, what does that mean? And I'll get to that in a second. So in 40-ish months, all of that happened. And I show all of this as proof to start this, to show one thing, is that this actually works. And you can build a brand without babes, without stunts, or kittens. And I start this proof because lots of people talk about stuff that they haven't done and teach a lot of sucky fluff as a result. You can see the man there. He's saying the truth. This fluff sucks. And I refuse to do that. And so before we got the 2 billion impressions and the 7.8 million subscribers, it wasn't like this. Because 40 months ago, I started with 0 subscribers and a big, quote, fancy plan. And my fancy plan had 3 steps. Step 1, make as much good stuff as I could. Step 2, post it everywhere I could. And step 3, learn as much as I could. And after 40-ish months, $4 million in team, equipment, vendors, studios, and software, 1,000 hours of me on camera recording, and 35,000 pieces of content. Let me say that again. 35,000, as in count to 1,000, and then do that 35 times in a row. I learned a lot of what not to do. But I did learn 6 things that made money and grew my brand that you can use today. Now, what I'd like to do is, for the remainder of the presentation, save you the 3.5 years and $4 million so you can just get the lessons without the scars. So that little box is our box of 6 lessons. Cool? All right, let's rock. So here are the 6 changes that we observed over the last 40-ish months that actually worked. Number 1, going from edutainment to education. Number 2, for us to for you. Number 3, wide to narrow. Number 4, views to revenue. Number 5, shorts to longs. Number 6, assume more to assume nothing. Now, most of those, I promise you, I will explain. And if it looks like, I think I know what that means, believe me, there's a lot more underneath of it. So let's start with the first one, edutainment to education.
Si tienes que convencer a alguien para que te compre,
Bro,
ya llegas tarde. Si
no
estás
way.
escuchando esto, es que lo tengo.
So I see content in three buckets. On one extreme, you've got entertainment, which is the entire point of entertainment, just to define the term, is to get people to watch. The only point of the entertainment is to just get people to consume it. That's it. If it accomplishes that, it has succeeded. On the other side, you have education, where the point of education is to get someone to change what they do, right? If you try and teach someone how to answer a phone, and then in the same situation, the phone rings and they don't do something, and then after they watch you do something, they then change what they do when the phone rings the second time, they have learned. So the point is to change their behavior. If the video or the content does that, then you've succeeded at educating them. And lastly, you have edutainment, which has the point of both trying to teach and entertaining at the same time. And to be clear, it's less that you make entertaining content or that you make educational content. It's more that you make content and people are either entertained or educated as a result. And so you can make one thing that entertains some people, and then that same thing educates other people. And so I just want to make this very clear that you don't control the audience. You make something and then education or entertainment occurs. But for our purposes, I'll define the content category as the most common outcome of your content. And so if a lot of people are entertained, then you've made entertaining content for the purpose of this presentation, even if one or two people learn something. So for example, some creators might learn stuff from Mr. Beast's videos. Wow, I learned how to make videos. But the vast majority of people are entertained. They watch just to watch. On the other hand, Walla, who's one of the #1 educators on YouTube, you can even see the different look and feels, and don't worry, I'm going to get into that. He may entertain some enthusiasts around that subject, but mostly he educates students. And until recently, I've been trying to figure this out. I've spent a lot of time really working through this. And so I actually have videos in all three buckets. I have entertainment videos where the point is to get people to watch. I have edutainment videos where we try and teach and entertain at the same time. And then we have education videos where we just want to change people's behavior. We just want to teach them something.
That's what I'm trying to do. With the live, I entertain. No. With the live, I educate people. Because people watch me while I'm studying. And probably the lives are education for education purpose. Because I'm learning some topics, I'm learning business, I'm reading a book or something like that. With the shorts, I try to entertain and to educate people. I give free value, but also I try to entertain people. I try to make very dynamic videos and probably showing my muscles or something crazy only to entertain people, or sleeping in the roof of my house or something like that to entertain people. So I try to entertain and educate with the live and with the shorts, reels, and I educate with the lives. But also sometimes I play video games in the lives. So that the purpose of that is to engage people with my content. That's what I'm trying to do, engage people. That's the reason why I like every 4 lives, every 4 streams, I make a different stream playing video games or doing something different to engage people with my content.
And so
remember that we are going to open this package in 10 minutes, guys. The mystery box. Mystery box. We are going to open this mystery box in 10 minutes, guys. Probably not. 10 minutes I have no viewers, bro. No one will see when I open the package. Probably in let's see. Let's put 20 minutes. If I have 1 viewer.
the first change, #1, that we see over lots of the data, I'll support in a
20
second,
minutes, guys.
is that I'm going all in on education. for 3 reasons. Number 1 is that when we looked at all of our data, all views are not created equal. I'll dive into that in a second. Number 2 is I like educational videos. And number 3 is I like people who like educational videos too, and or people who educate themselves, people who want to learn. And so let me explain these. So all views are not created equal. So there's this theory, and this will be one that's gonna rattle some cages. There's a theory that media works like a funnel. In fact, the vast majority of marketing infographics and things like that, almost all are funnels. And the theory goes like this. You make entertaining content, and then the theory states that people who watch that content then will go to more educational content. Okay? Sounds simple enough. We've got something wide, we've got something narrow. Fantastic. But in our experience, in my experience, and based on our book sales, based on
My name's Adrian, and I'm the co-founder of Dragon.
Hello,
We're using whiteboards every day to transform the way we bring videos to life.
Bye, skipped.
on our email opt-ins, and based on the applications we receive at acquisition.com to become portfolio companies, it works much more like this, which is that entertainment people want more entertainment content. And education people
Okay, entertainment. Want more entertainment content.
want more, say it with me, education content. And so in other words, these people do not become these people, not at any appreciable rate that we would build a business around. And they certainly don't read the books, join the email list, or apply to become portfolio businesses. So if I want more of these people, then they deserve the stuff that they value. And so that's the first reason that I'm doubling down on education. All views are not created equal. Number two, the next is that I simply like doing it. All right, so I do believe that you should try and do stuff that you like doing, and if it happens to also be in line with your goals, awesome. It's much tougher when the thing you like doing isn't aligned with your goals. But in this instance, when I got that first piece of data, I was like, thank God, because this is stuff I like making most. All right, and so when I talk to ideal customers, in my mind, they are business owners and business interested people. Because if you know me, and anybody who's close to me would probably attest to this, is that like, if you hang out with me for any amount of time, we will probably talk about business because it's what I love talking about. I eat it, I sleep it, I drink it, I work 7 days on it, and like I skip holidays for it because for me, it is the holiday. So this is what I like doing. And this is what the people that I like serving also like. And so they like it better too. And this is where it got confusing for me leading up to this, and why this is so important, is that it got very confusing when you have so many people saying, man, I really like the entertaining content. And this is where it gets difficult. This is where you have to read between the lines of the comments rather than just reading the comments themselves, all right? Because the thing is for us, or at least for me, they weren't necessarily who I was trying to attract. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, hey, if I could serve the whole world, I will. But I know that I tend to do better serving people who want to educate themselves than people who just want to watch or consume just for the sake of it. And so that's why I'm doubling down on going from edutainment, some entertainment, to education. So that's number one. So let's talk about change number two that we saw. Going from for us to for you. You're like, well, what does that mean? Let me explain. So recently, a mutual friend came to the headquarters, and he said, hey, I've been consuming your stuff for years, but recently I just haven't been watching as much. And he said it offhandedly. He wasn't like trying to smash my ego into bits, and he failed at that. But when he said it, I really took it to heart, right? It was very gut-wrenching. He said it just doesn't resonate as much. I was like, okay, got it. And it felt like a gut punch since he's literally the person I could help most. This is a business owner doing 10 million plus a year. And I was like, man, well, that sucks. And that's when I realized that reading the comments actually led me a little bit astray. And for you, it might be leading you astray. And I'll give you some data to support that. And so some people loved our different styles, but not the people that I ultimately wanted to help or am best suited to serve. And so we realized that we were serving the wrong who, and that had some very significant downstream impacts on what we made and how we made it. So what does making for them or for business owners content really mean? Let me break this down into tactics. All right, so tactically it meant 5 things. Number 1, different packaging. Number 2, different introductions. Number 3, different meat. Number 4, different
5 things: different packaging, different intros, different meat, different visuals. Okay.
visuals. And number 5, different what I'll call pre-work.
Pre-work.
All right, so let's start with number 1. So the difference between these 2 thumbnails is going from vague to clear.
Wait.
All right, so if I look,
Something happened with the camera. Okay, perfect.
at all the stuff that we did in the past, if I said, what is the video on the left about? You'd probably be like, a rule of some sort that might have to do with money. Not sure. If I said, what's the video on the right, the yellow background video? If I were to describe it, I'd probably say a map or a blueprint or schematics of some sort that go from 0 to 1 million. Okay, well, guess what? The one on the right, it's exactly that. The one on the left actually has nothing to do with what that thumbnail looks like. And what do you know? When people click on something that they don't know what it's about, they have a smaller percentage of getting something they actually want than if you say, this is what this is about, and then they get exactly what they think it's about. So we're going from vague to clear in both what it looks like, the thumbnails, and what we say about it, the headlines. And so that's number one, from a packaging perspective that we will be changing and or going more all in on. And I want to take a pause here for a second about this. There was also kind of a pervasive narrative in the kind of marketing world. It's like, you got to have curiosity. You got to you don't want to tell them everything. You want them to be able to get, no. If they want that thing, they will click on that thing, and then you just give them that thing. And that has been a very hard lesson for me to learn. And so I share it with you now. So the second is different introductions. You guys feeling this? Okay, good. Okay, different introductions. Now this one is really big. So going from confirming the thumbnail or confirming the headline to proof, and this is super important, I'll explain the difference. So a lot of the things that I learned, like many of you, if you are trying to get into content creation of any sort or media, is that you look at the people who are the biggest, right? And so oftentimes the biggest people in media are entertainers. Now why is that? Because everyone gets value from entertainment, but there is no one thing from an education perspective that can provide value to everyone. Why? Because everyone already knows different stuff. So if I educate a wide slice of people, there's still already people who know that thing and then do not get value. So entertainment, by definition, will always be greater or larger, the followings for those people, than people who educate. There is no bones about it. It is that way. And so a lot of the lessons that entertainment teaches, everyone listens to because they have the biggest followings. But I don't think the actual tactics they subscribe or espouse are correct at a tactical level. At a principle level, yes. And so let me just say a second about what that principle is that the person who's going to consume the content, we want to increase their perceived likelihood that they will get what they clicked. So just like the headline and just like the thumbnails, now when they said in entertainment, you want to confirm it. Well, that's because most of the sensational entertainment is something crazy. And so the likelihood that someone just got the click so that they could not do that crazy thing is pretty high. And so if you want people to watch you smash a Lamborghini, then you better have the Lamborghini next to you, or people aren't going to believe that you're actually going to smash it. Now, let's flip to entertainment for a second. Sorry, let's switch to education for a second. If I say I'm going to teach you a physics thing, I'm going to teach you about the law of, I don't even know what the first law of physics is, but if you push it, it will move, something like that. Anyways, if I want to have proof or increase the perceived likelihood that they're going to be well taught, then what I actually have to do is edify the person. Why should I listen to you? If I'm the viewer, there's a zillion people that could write something on a board. But if you're a PhD physicist, then the likelihood that I will listen to you and that I will get what I want is much higher. And so in both of these examples, we are actually doing the same thing.
Okay, wait. Wait, guys, wait. Okay, I'm back. Let's go. Perfect. I'm back.
But we do it differently if you want to educate. And for me, when I looked at my videos, and I'll explain the data in a second, it became really clear. And so in entertainment, it's say the title again and then literally show them what was on the thumbnail. In education, it's show them that you can do what you promised them in the thumbnail. And that's the difference.
Okay, wait, whoa, super important. And that's one thing that I'm trying to apply. So right now, like 36 minutes ago, I posted a story showing this package and saying that I received a mystery box. So right now what I'm doing is trying to confirm that I'm going to open this mystery box in 15 minutes, probably. 15 minutes I'm going to open the mystery box, guys, in 15 minutes. Okay, or less. I don't know when, probably in 15 minutes I'm going to open this package. 15 minutes or less. And also I'm applying this concept and I'm confirming what I said I'm going to do. So because I post a story, I received a mysterious package, the mystery box. So that's I'm applying this concept. Probably not I'm not applying the same concept with the thumbnail, but with the story that I post. Okay, important things.
Education is show them that you can do what you promised them in the thumbnail. And that's the difference. Entertainment, it's say the title again and then literally show them. And so
Difference between entertainment and education.
So in entertainment, it's say the title again and then literally show them what was on the thumbnail.
Literally show them. The title. Perfect. And education.
In education, is show them that you can do what you promised them in the thumbnail. And that's the difference.
Perfect.
Scribe makes step-by-step guides for any process with AI. You know what's
And to figure out what made intros for our videos work, I actually rewatched my top 35 educational videos. This actually took some time, and so let me just save you like a lot of hours and just give you the nugget. And so I actually developed a new moniker around how to think about introductions for ourselves that I'm spreading throughout my whole team, and you can just steal it. Proof, promise, plan. So I'll break down all three of these. So all of the introductions of the best education videos that we had these three characteristics. And I want to make one point about the order of these, is that you can have these three mixed in any order you want. I would emphasize the one that is the most important for that particular piece of content. So if you have something that you're making that you think the proof is going to be really important, then lead with that. If you have a promise that's incredibly important for the audience, then lead with that. If you have a plan that for some reason is going to be more emphasized, then lead with that. But I would say that for our content, for the most, because I'm a business educator about making money in general, most people have this big glaring sign above their head before they can even turn on the volume of their brain, which is, why should I listen to you? And so I tend to lead with proof. And so proof is that you prove that you know what you're talking about. You give people a reason to believe you. The promise is to tell them what they're going to get or learn from the video. And the plan sets the expectations of what will happen next. So let me give you a real world example of this. I started this presentation with data that shows that I've done what I'm talking about. If I went up here and just skipped this part, you might be like, okay, all of this up to this point, why should I listen to you? And you'd be right in thinking that, because you have no idea who I am. I could just be some random dude that looks like a Birkenstock, slightly lumberjacky-ish.
Okay, wait.
So let me give you a reason to, and so proof, why should I listen to this bit? Because the reason is going to be more emphasized before they can even.
Proof. You know what you are talking about. Give people a reason to believe you. Promise. Tell them what they are gonna get. Learn from the video. Plan. Set expectations of what will happen next. In my case, I will open this box, this mystery box, in 10 minutes or less. In 10 minutes, I will open the mystery box. Okay, I'm taking notes. Proof.
Promise all these particular, then a plan that for, because I'm a business educator about making money in general, most people have this big glaring sign above their head before they can even turn on the volume of their brain, which is, why should I listen to you? And so I tend to lead with proof. And so proof is that you prove that you know what you're talking about. You give people a reason to believe you. The promise is to tell them what they're going to get or learn from the video. And the plan sets the expectations of what.
Okay, important. Give people a reason to believe you. Okay, the reason to believe that I'm going to make $1 million in 1 year, guys, is that I'm learning from someone that already made $1 million, guys. This guy made more than $1 million in a single week. Like, I don't know the exact number, but made more than $1 million in 1 week. So I'm learning from this guy to make $1 million. So that's the reason to believe that I can make $1 million in 1 year, because every single day I'm posting a video, and every single day, oh, something is happening with the camera. Oh no, the camera is okay. Okay. Give people a reason to believe you. Promise. Tell them what they are going to get or learn from the video. Gonna get, learn, from the video. Plan. Set expectations of what will happen next. Of what will happen. What will happen next. Perfect.
What will happen next? So let me give you a real world example of this. I started this presentation with data that shows that I've done what I'm talking about. If I went up here and just skipped this part, you might be like, okay, all of this up to this point, why should I listen to you? And you'd be right in thinking that, because you have no idea who I am. I could just be some random dude that looks like a Birkenstock, slightly lumberjacky-ish, weirdly dressed man. Like, why would you listen? And you'd be reasonable to believe that, right? But if you start with that, then you're like, okay, well, he knows something. The promise was what I said you would get at the beginning. I said I learned 6 things that made money and grew my brain that you can use today. And I'm going to save you $4 million in 3.5 years, and you'll just get all the lessons that I learned. That was the promise. Making sense? Okay. And then finally, we had the plan. I said, how are we going to get there? How am I going to complete that promise? I said, well, there's 6 changes, and I'm going to walk through them. That's the plan. And so leading with those things, we found got business owners, or the people that I'm interested in, to actually better frame and perceive and get educated on the content that we're talking about.
Te voy a contar el secreto
damn.
que utilizan los desarrolladores más inteligentes para blindar su sueldo frente a la IA. Verás.
And so that's what we're changing out of our introductions. Third, now let's talk about how this strategy changes the meat of the content. What we're actually like the real bones, the potatoes. All right? Is that going from BeReal/vlog stuff, because we have made that, to list, steps, and stories. When we looked at the educational content that did the best, they had more of the right and less of the left. From Razzle, I would love to say to Dazzle, but it really is, it's just Razzle on the left. And so I actually wanted to show a different type of content. So I don't want to make this seem like this is all YouTube-y. I just have, like, long form video there has all of the elements, and some platforms don't have all of them. So YouTube's a very easy platform to base this off of. But this is from Instagram, and TikTok would function the same way, etc. So if you look at the squares here, I just pulled the last 30 days of content that we made. And I looked at our bottom performing over the last 30 days that we posted that were reels. And then I looked at the top. Now, interestingly, it was almost a perfect reversal. So the bottom 12 videos that we made, 8 out of 12, I would say had more Razzle emphasized. It was more about effects, a little bit higher production. And on the flip side, and this is what was crazy, and this is why I'm sharing this stuff with you, because like I would literally never have guessed it, and that's why we look. 9 out of 12, 75% of the best videos we had emphasized language, emphasized the actual message more than the production. And so it was about emphasizing the language rather than the razzle. I find this very fascinating. Now, to be really clear, you can have really bad language, or like poor, vague, unclear language, and it won't do well. And you might have Razzle that just absolutely crushes. I just look at the trends of 75% on this side were this style or this type, and 75% that weren't as good were this style. Well then, let's do more of this and less of that. And so those are the main meat changers that we're doing in the videos. We're emphasizing language. This also is true with longs as well. So if I go and show you this real quick, language, that's on the screen, and that's one of our best videos ever. And that takes up 70, 80% of the video is actually just words. Interesting, for me at least. I mean, I was a little offended because I thought I had a good face, but apparently no one cares. So that's what we're changing about the meat. So let's talk about visuals. This one's a big one. All right, so going from overproduction, and I want to be clear, not overproduction for the objective. So it's not like my team did anything wrong or anything like that. It's just that if we want to educate, sometimes production distracts from the objective of education. If the point for entertainment is to get someone to watch, then adding lots of things can be a good thing. But if you're trying to learn physics and there's whiz-bangs and pop-ups and changing backgrounds, it's really hard to learn. And if that's the throughput, or that's the point of the video, then it actually detracts rather than adds. And so the difference that I put in this example here is we have a background that changes colors while I'm teaching something. It does not help someone understand the subject matter better, fundamentally. Changing background color will not help anyone learn more. On the flip side, clarifying what words on a screen are, because maybe my handwriting's not that good, would help people understand. That's the difference. So
Okay, guys, okay. What do you think that is in the box? What do you think is in the box? What do you think is in the box? What do you think that is in the box, guys? I'm going to open this box. Probably books. I'm not sure. Probably, but I'm not sure. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Probably a cat, a dead cat. Who knows? Or maybe it's alive. Probably human body parts. Body parts like a hand, probably a head. Okay, interesting. Exhibition. Okay, let's see. I received this package and I don't know what's in the box. I'm not sure. Probably I know, but I'm not sure. Probably, okay, could be food, could be a shroom kebab, like this one. Could be a video game. Could be a Bible. A Lego set. Probably a Lego set. Who knows? I'm going to open the package. The mystery box. Probably a Nintendo DS, 3DS. Or Pokemon cards. Who knows, guys? Probably Pokemon cards. A lot of Pokemon cards. It's heavy. It's heavy. Probably. Let's see. Let's see, guys. Okay, I will open this box in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes I will open the box. I'm going to open the box in 10 minutes.
overproduction to effective production. From distracting to enhancing. From visual effects to visualizing data. So instead of having flames behind me, it's what does this look like on a chart? So we can give relative scale, so we have scope, so we can show changes over time. And so that's how the visuals that did the best looked like. And then number 5, let's talk about pre-work for a second. So going from post-production to pre-search. So instead of saying, hey, let's just record something and then fix it in post, anybody who's in the media side knows what I'm talking about, 4 weeks of editing after, almost no prep to get a video out. Well, what if we did 4 weeks of research and then we have almost no editing because we thought of everything ahead of time? Well, guess what? The videos where we spent, like the hour-to-hour ratio is stupid, and I'll get to that in a second. But if we spend a quarter of the time that we used to spend on post in pre, we eliminate 90%, maybe 95% of our post-edit work and man hours. And for the business owners in the room, that's real cost. That's real savings. And for the also business owners in the room, that also means increased production. So if I can take the quarter of the time and I can get almost 0 time on the back end, that's 4 times the videos. But not only is it 4 times the output, it's also higher quality for your goal and your audience. So this is a big thing that we noticed. The videos that we spent the most time on the front end, we spent less time on the back, and they did better. And so we want to spend more time before than after. And so this is my little quote, if you want to write something down. An ounce of pre-work is worth a pound of post. So that was my little take on this. And so by focusing more on what educates and what it means, we do great. And everything else distracts from that goal. And so those are the 5 things that we're changing tactically and that we're doubling down on to cater to business owners. This, at least for my audience, is what they cared about. And I happen to be in that audience, and I feel that way too, so I'm happy about it. So that's how we went from, for us, as media people to a degree, because I've got...
Wait, something is happening with the connection.
Gotten into this now, to for you or for your audience. And for me, that means for business owners. So now let's talk about why dinero. All right, and this will also ruffle some feathers and rattle some cages. So instead of talking about relationships and college and food and lifestyle, I'm going to be narrowing down or doubling down on, if you will, business models, business leverage, and selling in a business. Notice business being in all of these videos and all these topics. And so that's how I'm going narrower. Very simple. Now,
What's the difference between YouTubers like Mr. Beast and you? They've got millions of dollars and a full team working.
I'm going to go back a slide because I want to hit on this for a second. Just like I said earlier, that people who like entertainment also just want more entertainment. What we also found is that people who, I'll go back real quick, people who watch relationship stuff want more relationship stuff. And as they should, that's what they clicked on. That's what they want. That makes sense. And people who want to learn about college are people trying to make a decision about college. Guess what those people probably aren't? Business owners. And people who want to learn about food, they watch other food videos. And people who want to learn about lifestyle probably watch other lifestyle videos. But for me, those were not necessarily the people that vibed the most with my stuff. And that makes sense because, to be fair, this is a little bit more foreign to me. When I talk about business, I feel very comfortable. When I talk about these things, I just give what I would consider hot takes. This is my perspective. So that is what we're doubling down on in terms of the topics that we're choosing for the content we make. So that's number 3. Let's go to number 4 in terms of the things we're doubling down on. So before this, we used to track views.
I'm going to open the box. I'm going to open the mystery box. Okay, guys, I'm going to open the mystery box. Why? Because right now I have 1 viewer. Let's go, let's go. Okay. What do you think that is in the box? Drop in the comments. What do you think is in the box? Okay, okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, 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 guys. Okay, okay. Human body parts. Oh, guys. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Let's see, let's see. Okay, wait, wait, wait. I have no viewers, but I can't do this if people live their life. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, guys, okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Another big
whoa.
one. Man, all six.
It's something really important, guys. Really important. And also it's something very special and something that I wanted for a long time. Oh my god, guys, oh my god. Okay, okay, guys, okay, okay, okay. When I need one viewer to open the box. I need one viewer, just one viewer to open the box. Okay, okay. We're going to continue learning, and when I get one viewer, I will open this package. Okay, guys. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What do you think it is? Oh my god. I spent just $2 in this box. I spent $2. I have the proof. Okay, let's see. I spent $2 in this. With $2, I get this. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Okay. Oh, guys, okay. I spent just $2, guys. $2.
Six of these are big. Man, I'm glad I made a presentation.
Let me show you. Okay, how I can show you this. Oh, okay. I will take this. Unbelievable, guys. $2. This is in my country. This is $2. $2 in my country, guys. I spent $2 in this. Oh my God, guys. Okay. Camera. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, okay. Let's continue watching until I have one viewer. Need to get one viewer, and I will open the box. One viewer, just one viewer, guys. One viewer, I need one viewer. For now, I have no viewers. In the future, I will have 1 billion. That's a promise, 1 billion viewers in the future. Oh my God, I really want to open this box. Oh my God.
So
Oh
for
my
this,
God.
we used to track
Oh my God, guys. Okay. Let's continue watching this video. Oh my God. Whoa, guys. Whoa.
views as our primary metric. So I'll take a second here. Who uses, be honest. Everybody's like, likes don't, you can't trade likes for paying rent. You can't pay payroll with views. Sure, okay, got it. Who here actually tracks something besides views? Let me say it again. Who makes views the most important metric you track? All right, right, a lot of you. That's okay, me too. But I'm gonna give you a good metric that you can track. And this was after pouring through, believe me, I'm a big data guy. A metric that you might not expect. So the main reason is that I had a 6 to 12 month deal cycle. So I started by using views because I really had no other metric, because for those of you who don't know what I do, well, I'll explain in a second. But we had no idea what it would do besides driving awareness, and I didn't really have any other objective, right? But in that time period of doing a deal in every 6 to 12 months, because we buy companies, that's more or less what we do, we began seeing a much closer correlation with faster feedback metrics. And ideally, in any business, you want as little latency between the metrics you track and the behavior you want to change. And so if you want to get people to change something and you want to look at something that takes a year to get feedback, really tough to change behavior. But if you can have a metric that you can see daily changes or hourly changes, then those are things that are going to much more quickly change behavior, so that you can have 100 feedback loops in terms of changing and getting better than 1 every year.
Si tienes más de 40 años y trabajas en diseño, fotografía, ilustración, dirección creativa.
And so besides book sales, opt-ins, and applications, there was a metric that stood out as fastest and most measurable. It was ad revenue. And this is really surprising to me. So, and this is the point I want to make real quick, is that, to be clear, for those of you who don't know who I am, ad revenue is not how I make my money. All right, just very clearly. For those who don't know, my wife and I exited our first big company for $46.2 million in December of 2021. You can Google it. American Pacific Group was the private equity firm. Jim Lunch and Prestige Labs were 2 of those companies. And since then, we invested and bought a number of companies that have grown a lot and do over $200 million a year. So I do media to feed a lot of different things, but I don't directly monetize the media. And ad revenue is, I'll explain why in a second, is an important metric that we can use for everything else, okay? So these are companies that we own. Great. So for me, I pretty much always ignored ad revenue and just saw it as something that could offset some of the cost of my media team. There was really nothing else. But I was wrong. It's actually so much more. So let's dive into a little bit for a second, like, how does ad revenue come to be? So it comes from 2 things. This number of views times revenue per views. Now, the actual term is RPMs, which is revenue per mille, which is French for 1,000. But it's number of views times the revenue that you get. Okay, per view. Fantastic. So it takes into account, and this is why this is important, because we thought views, and that was the only metric we had, but we had to have something to counter it, because otherwise then you get views for views' sake. But we needed a quality metric with a quantity metric. which, by the way, paired metrics, if you're ever tracking something for a department, having like number of tickets resolved with rating against the resolution of how well those customer service reps resolve, paired metrics allow you to get to the best or most effective throughput for any department. And I just didn't know enough about media to find out what our paired metric was. And this happens to be a single metric that pairs both. And so it takes account the quality of the audience, which for me was business owners who have amongst the highest spending power. And so RPMs are the highest. Now, so for me, the RPMs go up, it means I'm getting more of the quality people that I want. And so this gave me and my team something that we could shoot for that balanced making videos for the right people who wanted to watch. So I mean, ideally, we absolutely want to crank views with the right people. And that's what that was able to track for us. And looking backwards, the month with the highest RPMs and ad revenue also created the most book sales, the most opt-ins, and the most business applications. And this had nothing to do with how many views we got. In fact, we did it kind of.
Okay, I noticed something in the story, in the story I post. 382 days left. The year only have 365 days, and I put 382 days left to make $1 million. Okay, let me check the title of this stream. 200. 200. Okay. Okay.
An experiment lately where we did 90 days of almost no business stuff. We just did more edutainment and entertainment style content, and our views went through the roof, like way up, 2-3x what we're accustomed to. But even with the increase in views, our ad revenue dropped by half. So we're actually getting the wrong people. And I share this with you so you don't have to.
Real quick, I'm going to show you the exact 10-stage roadmap from 0 to 100 million plus that less than 1% of companies finish. I've now done multiple times. And so I can say with a lot of confidence that these are the stages as headcount increases that you need to get through. And I broke each of these down by 8 different functions of the business, what the constraint feels like what are the symptoms of it when you're going through it, and then what steps we actually took to graduate. And we've done this across software, physical products, service businesses, brick and mortar, all of this, and it works. And it's my gift to you. It's absolutely free. And so the link's in the description, but you just go acquisition.com/roadmap, just enter your info, and it'll spit it right back to you, all free.
And so
the moment came. The moment came to open this mystery box. Okay, guys. It's the moment to open the mystery box. Okay, wait. Okay, guys. I'm going to open the box. The mystery box. Because, oh my god! Oh my god! Oh bro! I pay $2 for these guys! I pay $2! Just $2, guys! Oh my god! Unbelievable! Oh guys, okay. Da 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 da! 100 million money models by Alex Hormozi, guys. The last book I need to make $1 million Right now I have the 3 books, guys. But not just this book, but also right now I have the bundle. I have 3 books, 3 amazing books, guys. But see, the last one I was looking for. Okay, guys. Okay, bro. Let's go, bro. Let's go, guys. But also these 2 books, guys. 100 million leads and 100 million offers, guys. 100 million offers and 100 million leads. Right now I have 3 books. Oh my god, guys. I spent just $2 in this. And I received 3 books. 3 amazing books. Right now the last one I was looking for, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. 100 money models. 100 million money models. 100 million offers and 100 million leads. Probably, I'm not sure, but I already own these 2 books. This and this. So I have 2 copies of each one. Probably I will give away these books. I will give away these 2 books. Probably. Because I already have these 2 books. Okay. But I need this. I needed this one. I need this one. Right now, the last book. And I just spent $2, guys. $2 to get these books. Wow, bro. Okay. What is that? This is a single page. Attention, business owners. If you are not a business owner, please ignore this letter and enjoy the playbooks. One simple process can transform your revenue forever. So, there's 1,000,001 things you hear every day to grow your business. Post on social media, get affiliates, run pricing tests, do conversion rate optimization, lower churn, hire more people, all while hopping on and off meetings, endless notifications, new emails, phone calls, sales meetings, personal issues. The list goes on forever. It makes what should be simple into near impossible feat. There's a reason 95% of business in the US are less than 1 million in annual revenue. $1 million in annual revenue. And only 4%, 1 in 250, make it past $10 million. And only a 2% make it over $50 million. 1 in 500. It's hard. So no, I have no magic pill for you, but I do have a process that's helped Layla and I scale our companies and get some big exits over the last 13 years. And I'm gonna show you how it works and how to use it. One piece of paper. On one piece of paper. How it works? It's based on a single premise. Every business over until it hits a constraint, then every business grows until it hits a constraint. Then it will grow no further. Once you reveal the constraint, the business grows again until it hits the next constraint. Think about it like this. Constraint before, potential after, realize. Okay, let me show you guys. Let me show you. Is this image. Okay. Let's say you have 4-lane highway that narrow down to 1 lane. What happens? A traffic adds lanes after the bottleneck. Traffic still moves at the 1 lane speed. In other words, you add before or after the bottleneck. They work, but nothing grows. The only way to get rid of the traffic jam, aka scale the business, is to add lanes to the 1 lane section. Once you do that, the traffic flows at the 4 lane speed. Dingman's revenue grows until you hit the next bottleneck. So the obvious question becomes, how do you make sure what you are working on is the 1 lane problem, aka the constraint? How to figure out your constraint? Okay. Wow, bro. I will continue reading this later. $100 million money models. Wow. Amazing, bro. Amazing. Let me see. Okay, interesting. $273. It's the same, but this one is thicker. I don't know why. 271 pages. Okay, guys. Wow. But interesting because this one have 271 pages and this one have 273 and 271. But this one with only 271 is thicker. I don't know why. I'm going to take a 4. Sure. Okay. Okay. Okay, But right now, wow. Whoa. This is the one that was missing, guys. This one was missing in my collection. 100 million money models by Alex Hormozzi.
The nice thing about this from a team perspective for the
Okay. Okay, I feel a little bit tired. It's been an hour and a half. Let's play a little bit. Okay, guys. I want to show you how you can get this. I spent just $2 to get these books. So I want to show you how you can get these books. Probably not for the same amount because I bought them like in the first 3 days or 2 days when they make the announcement that they are giving away these books. But probably you won't get this for $2. I get this for just $2. But because people are giving away these books at acquisitions.com. But I want to show you how you can get these books at a similar price or a lower price than it costs at Amazon or something. Let me share a screen with you guys. You can go to this video. I got the books
42 million.
from this video. The same day I watched this video, probably the next day, I bought the books. So I bought the books like in the first 2 to 3 days. They post this video. In the first 2 to 3 days they post this video, I bought the books. So you go to this place and get the $100 million book bundle. You open this link and you will be in this page. And you can get, because they are giving away these books. I spent just $2 in these books. I already had 100 million leads and 100 million offers I received, but I ordered the 3 anyway. Buy the bundle, you put your country and all the data. In my case, I'm from Colombia. So, and I spent just $2 guys, in these books. You can order, you just need to pay the shipping. So go to this video. If I wanted to make my first $100,000 in 2026, I do this. And go to this part and go to get 100 million book bundle. I get this for $2. I got this for $2. I got these 3 books for $2. You just have to pay the shipping. The shipping. You just have to pay the shipping. That's it.
Clickly is the fastest way to create YouTube thumbnails that actually get clicked, instead of guessing.
Okay. Right now I'm really tired, so I'm going to play a little bit. Let's go. Let's play Pokemon ZA. I was playing this game. Oh, Corina! So, I heard you, the trainer who got Cyber, he made them both and saved Brunswick. I wanna see your skill for myself, and what better way than through a Pokemon battle? I've got one special request. You, come on. I want you to show me what Mega Evolution means for you and your Pokemon. So with that, Let's roll! So with that, let's roll! War challenge by Social Matcha. Don't forget, you've got to show me how you will document this Mega Evolution. John Evolution! Now in the fall! The five roll. No! No way! No way! No way! That move was okay, guard wow. Go through Mega Ball!
40 billionaires in the last 4 years.
Oh my God, Lucario! Let's get it all! We've got! Lucario! Oh my God! Oh my God, Lucario see! No way! Bring this Lucario! Come on. Great hit. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Beautiful. I love that Mega Evolution. Oh my God. What an incredible bond you have. That was some amazing power. You are something special. I'm glad I saw your Mega Evolution. It showed me who you are, kind and straightforward. Mega Evolution brings out the Pokemon talent and latent strength. But Cooper's power can take it store on a Pokemon. The most obvious example of that has got to be Roach Mega Evolution. As the Mega Evolution successor, I wanna help you too. Let's save this poor Pokemon from heading to Super Roach Mega Evolution. See how good choose? We're calling on your team. You'll be set. Thanks for recording here, Corbin. We're probably ready to meet sooner or later. Just happens to be me to cross through. One last thing, fine, and I excuse your should be word. And we've got one more request. Whenever you encounter a Rush Mega Ball Pokemon interest, catch it. By also mention you want to gather any hyperspeeders you come across. Already. Should figure just be ahead of the game. Hyperspeeders are what you're calling the special bird from first day. If you give Koopa just made with lots of hyperspeeders, it should power you up. Enough to go toe-to-toe with Roach Pokemon. I just happen to have a couple such birds on me. Here, take one. What about me? What should I be doing? Looks like there's a distortion in Roach Sector 1. That's got all the signs of Roach evolution. We could enter reverse balance from there. Roger that. Then I'll see you in Roach Sector 1. There you have it, kid. You know what to do. Let's go. Okay. Let's go to sector number 1. Wait. Space distortion sure word. And I wanna go this thing just to see what happens. I thought there had to be a panic over this first for everyone there looking for the wrongs well made up all as being the doctor wouldn't start a Pokemon inside must be about the world that they got. Would you enter a conflict ready for battle? Wait a minute. I mean, I'm sorry, I was so pumped. See what Pokemon from Ocean and the ball. I forgot about. Anyway, now that all three of us are good and ready to approach penguins, there will come. Goodbye. Koopa is very cool. You know, guys, one of my favorite Pokemon. But it's one of my favorite Pokemon. Absol Z. So then, Absol is about to motion evolve. You know what happens to Absol when it mega evolves? Your stuff, I forgot. You've battled a Russian Absol before, right, Aiden? Esito. We've got a trainer who's battled a Roach Mega Absol before. Andy Corina, the Mega Evolution successor. We can handle this Roach token. Warning, Roach Mega Evolution is imminent. I'm ready to handle
over 1,000 millionaire interviews.
Okay. Absolute Z. Absolute Z. Whoa! Did you always get a Mega Stone after you calm a rush Pokemon? That must be the Pokemon saying thanks for freeing it from the pain of Roach Mega Evolution. Seeing it happen up close was really something. I could feel the danger, especially since it was extra strong from being in hyperspace loose. Rina, you said that was Mega Absol Z? It sure was. I was shocked. Aren't you supposed to be this Mega Evolution successor or whatever? Hey! Mega Absol Z was only discovered recently. I didn't deal with running into one right now. Sure. In any case, it's good to know the three of us can handle pretty much any Roach Mega Evolution. Yeah, Aiden and Judy. You two are fantastic trainers. I'm not surprised Team MZ managed to pull Insane out of crisis mode. I think I can learn even more about Mega Evolution by helping with your surveys. And the more I know, the deeper the bonds I can build with Mega. Hey there, good work. Our instrument stopped picking up those Roach Mega Evolution readings. Then for your help to Miss Mega Stones. Mega Stones taking down a Roach Mega Evolution alongside the Team MZQ is pretty big, because you really deserve that Mega Evolution successor title. Your efforts got us some valuable data too. We'll get to work analyzing it. Tomorrow we should have more to tell you. For today, hit the bricks and get some rest. Sounds good to me. I could sure use help. Huh? What's that? Golden Pokeball. That's the big golden Pokeball, right? I wonder if Pokemon gonna leap out of it. I wanna try hitting it with a move just in case I do. Those who contain what seems to be water. Well, sure didn't expect to find water here, but it looks like quality stuff. I'd go so far as to call it nice quality. It seems to smell high quality. Let's show one shot. I bet it will be great for her demos. Good idea. I think it's time to head back to your home base at Hollow Z anyway. Whoa! In the wall since I stepped in here. Burning might be a guest. This is Karina! Team MC Laser Star Helper! Nature Farm. Thanks for your help. I'm Nate.
I'm Linda. Good to meet you, Karina. And my name is Anka. Hope I have the honor of leading the MC over
rolled out something nice, aren't you? Show her right then. The corner shop after a week called the Roach Pokemon Universe Convention. It's true how nothing universe real about the Pokemon is
If you didn't know, I just borrowed some produce every now and then.
I've been going on this I'll get some food on it. Excuse me, did you say you've been to Polo City before? Sure. AC and I went way back. Once he started having trouble about focus out, I first him with my car. That will carry home. Easy told me that will carry home. Home that first night. He said, AC has nothing to do with what you have to do. I'm here for few reasons. To pay my respects and AC Grave and help AC's Grave. Help food and stop the Russian Revolution. Getting to try this special food is a bonus.
I had their love is so sad. Ordinarily, I might be the woman sent those things not there, but besides, well, I can't wait to go.
Well, I can't wait right now to learn so much. So now that we've made the morning game, see I've got a big present for us, which is the boys' lovely stay here while we get this mission done. Not yet just here, that all need to be shared for Mr.
I will start set you up with lunch roasting.
Oh, my sons are all stay going 301 now. That's so wrong. I wonder why it was always locked. Yep, it's mine. Looking forward to being home. Hotel means Hey, AC, I made it back. I know it was too late to stop things from going wrong with Delta, but this time I'll help her work. We can't let those poor Pokemon in Empire Space Museum keep Roachman and Bobby. I'll handle. No, I won't just handle them. I'll save them from any more suffering. The next day, you're almost gonna look. That old room of mine is the best. For like AC was still here welcoming back.
The hotel where I rise is so decadent that I can never quite feel relaxed there. I'm not surprised you got set up in plush spot. You come from one fancy family, aren't you?
It seems that way. Both her coat and her apron are bespoke, if I'm not mistaken. You know. Bro, saludos. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Is it really okay for you to hang out here with us all the time, Ansha? Of course.
Gracias, bro, lo aprecio. Gracias. Well, sure, but I think Lida's still got a point. Don't you need to let the folks back at your hotel know about your donut shop and everything?
Not worry, I've been returning to my hotel at bedtime.
Customer, welcome. What do you sense to tell you, Chandler? A donut shop! I'd better report back! Target Square in Hollow Z. Can we help you with something, Gwen? Not another word, fake fanatic. MMC! Well, we've got some trainers here. You got bottle there? Should we have bought bottle there? Correct way. Don't promote there. I'm not here to borrow. I've got to do a serious business. No bottles of nuts! Alright, Lorraine. We heard you. Perhaps we could discuss this a little more. Go! I've been great at missing the work and playing this single time. It's not going to be good. I think you'll be able to stop this situation better if you take a big look. It is just something as a close friend, from a she totally respects her much. It's out there of the friends has been a secret I was with that team goal as bodyguard and things her doing Thursday, but now she's gone. Oh no, no! I feel so worried about this mission. We're ready to see you the British now I'm sure still. I can't do this. I need a pocket bottle. I can't wait I didn't see what you expected to do. Come on, you want to. Passport is dead. On my team, so I don't got want to see Mega Absol Z. Now that you love that Absolute Z, I've got an important tip for you, Aiden. Mega and both Pokemon classified with Z have special characteristics. Evolution have your Absol hold at the first. Let's check for the Absolite. Give to a Pokemon. Let's go! Are we doing this? Are we doing this? Yes, let's go! I'm going to win, so I can win on that something. Having another dreaming on your side makes it much easier to keep a cool head in the hole. But it's still lost. My apologies, man. I take full responsibility. I'm just happy I got to team up with someone older than me. Now back to the order. I came here because I need to find my sunshine. As I said, Lady Jacina goes right there for her. If something were to happen to my sunshine, I should have to think of the consequences. I don't care what happens to me. Well, I don't care what happens to me, but I care what happens to me. So, I'm just what? My blood must have been really burning. Well, one matters is that the sunshine is safe. Thank goodness for me. At least I can rest in the benches and the paper and some things. Well, just might be alright with my moving. That is the question. I'm sure Lady Jacina will try to have the sunshine after she's but the Lady Jacina can be proud of her. I'm sure the sunshine will feel great. I cannot abandon my doubts. I've had to keep working on them. I bring the best. Desespero, bro. Desespero. Pronto bien. Ojalá. I hope that. Ojalá pronto bien. Ahí creciendo a poquito. Well, Miss Sunshine, feel free to remain here. If anyone asks, out of them, you are still in your room at further receive. However, I must insist that this matter be kept secret from Lady Jacina. If she finds out, it will be your bad Sunday shopping block, didn't see. I'll take my leave. Best of luck and work hard at your donut craft, Miss Sunshine. Alright, time to head back. Impressed again. That was very considerate of you. You are truly impressed. You are not all like Ivor. I need you, that team leader of yours, and Miss Megastones to come to my office. I overheard. Let's go. Hopefully this means they figure out something about us. Our hotel is remarkably busy, but busy for how few guests we have. Guess we'll see you later. I need some mega shark. I'm a little bit tired right now. I'm going to stop playing. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for today. I really enjoyed this time with you guys. Thank you so much. I have this amazing book, 100 Million Money Models. I really wanted this book. I wanted this book. And right now I have this amazing book. Okay, that's amazing, bro. Amazing. 100 Million Money Models. I have 3 right now. 100 million offers, 100 million leads, and 100 million money models. Right now I'm reading this book and applying these concepts to my personal brand, and now I have them all. So I will apply all the knowledge of these books to my personal brand, and also to the shoe brand. That's all for today. Thank you so much, guys, and see you probably tomorrow. Remember, enjoy life, enjoy life. Not only is just study or work. You need to enjoy life. Enjoy life. And that's all for today. Thank you so much. And one life, one shot.